Alright guys, I'm going to do a upgrade update on my Outcast, which is now about 7 months old. I've added several things to it since I've got it. I really haven't had any issues with any of the stock components. I just bash hard. Like to upgrade to where I can enjoy the experience a little bit more, but this is the new body that I put on the Dodge Ram. It's from Proline. If you saw my last video, the other Dodge Ram body I had to cut it off right about here in order it to fit this short chassis. And the reason why is I had the XV4 T-bone XV4 bumper on the front, which it actually come up in front of the truck body here. And I couldn't get the body slid forward enough with that bumper, so I got an RPM bumper a week or so ago, so I could slide this whole body of the truck forward and not have to modify it. But let's get the lid off of this thing and I'll show you a few things I've done, some upgrades. Just a little homemade foam block that I made, and I just put some Gorilla Tape around it. It's the same 2-part foam that I use in the taxidermy shop for forms and stuff. It's real hard. I just put it in a little box about that size, let it harden up, trimmed it to fit the height of the cab, roof of the cab. Works great. It's very solid, and it a little bit it gives, and I just taped it on there. But we'll start at the front. Once again, RPM bumper. I've not had it on there but just a couple of bash sessions, so it seems like it's holding up fine. I recently installed the front suspension mount from Kenny out at Voltage Hobbies. He has an absolute wonderful product. Everything fits perfect. Have no issues with his components at all. His upgrades are top notch. Got the Voltage Hobby shock tower, Voltage Hobby upper plate suspension arm or bracket, I guess. And then it may be hard to see, but there is the front rear suspension brace from Voltage Hobbies. And I just put in the hot racing steering rack. It's got ball bearings on this side and on this side here instead of the brass bushings that come with the truck. Very, very much smoother than the stock. I just added the hot racing servo horn and extension here. Got the Voltage Hobbies servo mount. It really is strong, much stronger than the factory. And then of course, homemade tower-to-tower brace. It's just a piece of aluminum tubing I get from Lowe's Hardware, and then it just runs back. I've just got a little rubber grommet thing here to butt up against the rear shock tower. It takes a lot of flex out of that chassis that the front and rear chassis brace does not take out. And speaking of which, these are hot racing also front and rear chassis braces. Have the Castle fan on it, and everything runs super cool even on hot days. I have no issues at all with temperature. And moving on back, I got the Voltage Hobbies. It's the rear front suspension mount, and also the rear suspension mount. And that is a T-bone wide basher bumper, actually for the Creighton, but it fits good, looks fine on the Outcast. And then RPM mud guards. It really takes a lot of abuse off of your shock boot back there and some of your suspension components. And of course the Voltage Hobby rear shock tower. And I did have the hot racing wing mount here. I just don't like the wing. It's not a race car, it's a monster truck. So I'm not a real big fan of the wing. In fact, I broke the wing mount the second day I had the truck. And I replaced it with this wing mount. And I just decided to do away with the whole thing. So I left it back here for that extra support that this aluminum gives me. But I just cut it off to where I don't use it. But that's it. That's my Outcast. I've had 30 or 40 battery packs run through it, I guess. And I really like the Dodge Ram body look. I did cut the bumper off to create a little bit more airflow in the front. I could have left that with that RPM bumper, but I just decided to cut the front off. It probably comes down here about another inch, 3/4 to an inch or something. But that's my Outcast. It is a beast. It's a lot of fun. So if you guys are thinking about getting an Outcast, or even a Creighton for that matter, they are top-notch vehicles, and you will have a blast with them. They're very durable, and these upgrades were not a necessity, but I bash hard and I want it to last when I go out on a bash session. So anyway, there's my Outcast. You guys take care.